What Rico Verhoeven recently found about Jamal Ben Saddik post-fight. Cheating? Hello fans of kickboxing, welcome to your favorite kickboxing channel. How are you guys doing? I'm your host and today I'm going to share with you a piece of sensitive news associated with one of the most exciting matches of this year. Yes, just as the title suggests, I'm going to talk about the Verhoeven vs Saddik match and probable chances of cheating, as expressed by Rico Verhoeven himself. So let's begin without any further ado. On October 23rd this year, it was an exciting match of glory, Collision 3 segment between the two heartthrobs of the kickboxing ring, the king of kickboxing Rico Verhoeven and the Goliath Jamal Ben Saddik. It was a tight match between the two because right now, Rico has been considered the #1 boxer in the heavyweight male category in the world since 2014. This Dutch player is also honorarily entitled as the king of kickboxing. On the other hand, Jamal Ben Saddik is called Goliath by his fans because of his colossal presence in the ring and aggressive fighting pattern. According to the ranking in heavyweight kickboxing, he is peaking at 3rd position currently. So definitely I guess you can feel the heat when the best and the 3rd best get into the fight and try vehemently to defeat each other. Before telling you about the fight and post-fight story, I think you should have a rough idea about both of these players. For your information, Netherlands-based player Rico Verhoeven is also a martial artist. Since 5 years ago, he's been fighting his opponents. His father himself was a black belt in karate. Naturally, there's no prize to guess that the whole life of Verhoeven got through tight schedules of training. Verhoeven showed his interest in kickboxing years later. With his 6.5 feet height, he became an inherently heavyweight player when he was just 16. Due to his height combined with the weight, he used to fight adult opponents who were much older than him. As the proverb goes, hard work always pays you back. Verhoeven has been ranked 1 since 2014 and won a lot of significant championships, fighting Gokhan Saki, Errol Zimmerman, or Daniel Gita, etc. Being strategically trained, Verhoeven is considered a tactician and intelligent kickboxer in the ring. He is also known for the large variety of attacking styles and rock-solid defense mechanisms in the fight. According to the match analyst Rico Verhoeven, focuses on his fighting technicalities the most. On the contrary, Jamal Ben Saddik as a player is quite the opposite. The main advantage over any player he got is his gigantic height and weight. He is called Goliath because of his size and appearance. He seems like the heaviest among the heavyweights. Honestly, this Morocco-based player is the biggest active boxer right now in the roster of the Glory organization. Just like Rico Verhoeven, Saddik too, even in his teenage years, used to fight adult opponents. It's funny that he debuted in professional kickboxing when he was just 21, and his first opponent was none other than Rico Verhoeven. You might be amazed to know that he even defeated Verhoeven in the 2nd round of that match. Afterwards, he joined the most popular kickboxing organization, Glory, and fought legendary players like Errol Zimmerman or Remy Bonjasky. But meanwhile, life took an unfortunate turn for him which made his career a little standstill at the point. Initially, he got diagnosed with thyroid issues. He also underwent some minor surgeries and later on, the harsh truth came out of the great heavyweight player had cancer. His momentum faded and he kept losing his fights. But anyway, he continued fighting both his opponent in the ring and cancer out of it. Long story short, after having thorough treatment and strict discipline in 2018, he declared himself cancer-free officially. Later on, he again stated, resigning over the boxing ring and won several significant matches like Glory. 62 Rotterdam were fought and won despite having one of his hands broken. The 8-man overweight tournament in Glory 62 is also considered his landmark victory in his career. I guess now the gravity of the match between these two would be much more comprehensible to you. On 23rd October 2021, the leading organization in stand-up combat across the globe, Glory, represented the super exciting match between Verhoeven and Saddik. In the first round of the Glory Collision 3 segment, I think many of you already know the result of Jamal Saddik losing the match after giving a tight and deadly fight against his opponent Rico Verhoeven. The match was set in 3 rounds of a trilogy, because in the first 2 rounds, both of the two heavyweight kickboxers won 1 fight respectively. It was a tie between them and 1-1, so a 3rd round was needed to decide the last man standing from the overwhelming match. If you are aware of the recent happenings in the world of kickboxing, It's a great period going on in Rico Verhoeven's career. Before his match against Saddik, he had defeated the veteran kickboxer Badr Hari in a glory event this year. So for Jamal Saddik, it was sort of a golden opportunity to restore his old image by defeating the king of kickboxing Rico Verhoeven in the Glory Collision Trilogy matches. In his previous encounters with Verhoeven in 2011, Saddik knocked him out in the second round. As I said earlier, it was a debut match for Saddik. The next encounter took place somewhere around 2017. Jamal Saddik gave a terrific fight there too, and everybody thought he was going to be the winner in the end. But Verhoeven magically fought back and pushed the match up to the 5th round to finally decide the winner. It was like revenge for Verhoeven to defeat Jamal Saddik. In the third encounter on the night of 23rd October also, Verhoeven won and defended his title as the king of kickboxing, though it was not easy for him to win. Rather, in the final stages of the first round, Jamal Saddik landed a deadly punch under Verhoeven's left eye, which injured him badly. He also suffered from bleeding down his left cheek, followed by a blood clot under his eye. The wound was so severe that for the rest of his match, he had to fight almost with one eye open, keeping the wounded one closed. This time too, Verhoeven fought back wonderfully and finally brought Jamal Ben Saddik down with a fantastic kick on his knee in the first round, maintaining his honorary title for the 10th time. Now that's not all. There's something else that Ricardo Verhoeven found out recently after the match. His face was pretty badly bruised due to the blow of Saddik. In an interview, Verhoeven said that even the facial recognition on his mobile phone was not working because of his face. He also gave some hints during that match that Jamal Saddik was probably cheating with time. It was visible that there were some points in the match when the referee stopped them for making any further moves. It was a timeout when the clock should have been stopped, but the time on the screen continued to go on while the time in the ring was paused. It happened twice during the match. Verhoeven found the incident after the match while he was watching the telecast and expressed that this mismatch of timing must be either a predetermined setup done by Jamal Saddik or it is cheating during the live gameplay. The story had created quite a sensation among kickboxing fans across the globe. Many are saying that this is nothing but the negligence of the timing management team. There was no act of cheating associated with this, but there is no solid evidence to support either of the claims, which make us dubious about the scenario. Now, one might argue that whatever it is, Ricardo Verhoeven, who won the match in the end, no matter if he got cheated on during the match or not, that it is what we need to celebrate. Well, the triumph of Verhoeven is fantastic, but cheating in sports is whatever form, it's not acceptable. So I think besides the cherishing win of Ricardo Verhoeven, we also need to take the matter of cheating seriously. Having said all these, I would like to admit one more thing, that Jamal Saddik is indeed a terrific player, a real tough opponent. It would be very unlikely if someday we found out that he did follow the path of cheating. Anyway, let's hope for the best. And also let me know your take on this scenario in the video's comments section below. To stay updated with our works, subscribe to the channel now and don't forget to hit the bell icon. We will meet again soon. Peace.